what makes cuss words so bad? Who gets to say that profanity is such a bad thing? Who decides? Who says what words gets to be offensive? And it obviously is something that changes. And throughout time, words start to form new meanings. We even start to create new phrases or words that are meant to be offensive, I guess. Or maybe they even start in a different origin and they evolve into something that just makes people want to say, don't say that. Don't say that word in church. Don't say that around your family. Do you kiss your mother with that mouth? What makes words bad? I mean, I remember when I was growing up, I was in school one time and I didn't get in trouble, but the teacher had said something to me because it was math class. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I was just like, this sucks. I said it out loud, like, where other people could hear me or whatever. And the teacher immediately had like a violent reaction to it. Don't say that. It's a bad word. And I just remember thinking it sucks. To the point where I brought it up to friends later and it was just like, that's weird, right? Like, sucks. Maybe you need to get your mind out the fucking gutter if sucks is a bad word for you. And what's so bad about it anyways if your mind is in the gutter? It's a fucking nice feeling. And I guess it's a good way to show your love if your partner is so inclined. Who am I to say it's a bad thing? Sucks. It's just a fucking word, man. What? It sucks. My word. This is very troublesome. Egad, I do not like this lesson. We decide. We get to decide what words mean what. We get to decide if we even get offended by a word. Maybe a word is just a word. And if it's something that is supposed to be extreme, instead of looking at it like, you could look at it more like, wow, this person truly means that. And maybe that just breeds generations that they lean towards the dramatic side and everything is a big deal. And I guess in a way you could argue that that's what's happened in modern times. I mean, you can get away with a lot of things that you couldn't before. Think about the amount of cuss words that are on television and movies and music, and all of these things would have been blasphemous. How could you? We're all going to hell for even listening to such a word. I guess I even understand it if it's used to you like an insult, like, you son of a bitch. And the fuck you call my mama what? Call my mama a bitch. So you could take the offensive part, like you trying to come at me. I guess if you again want to be triggered by somebody just saying words at you, just making noises with their fucking face, and I guess that's all right. But at least then you're not triggered by the cuss word itself. You're more triggered by the insult. You know what I mean? Like, you could be like, you son of a fat lady. You know what I'm saying? Like, those aren't, fat isn't a bad word. You know what I mean? So You don't have to say quote unquote cuss words to insult somebody. And they could still probably take offense to that same exact thing. They probably would, right? But if you're just like saying a word and that triggers somebody, or you get triggered by somebody saying a word, you really got to reflect like, damn, how vulnerable am I letting myself be? Let myself be mighty fucking vulnerable, where just again, a noise that we make with our mouths can just take me out. Make me feel like I'm struck by lightning or paralyzed or some fucking crazy shit. And the fact that you see something as explicit, it's like, oh, I only like clean humor. I only like clean music. We don't listen to that devil stuff. I don't know why I keep making it religious, because it's not just religious people, you know. It's people that are still just like, you know what I mean, like, got their nose up. Maybe I shouldn't even judge. Maybe I shouldn't judge, because it's really just a product of how you were raised and how you have decided. I mean, not even decided, because it's like, you know, do you really even have a choice? How it just so happened to be how you see the world, your perception, the way that you see what's right and wrong. And what's wrong is using these words that obviously are vulgar. Obviously, you can say any other word. You know how many words there are in whatever language that you decide, you know, that you choose to speak in. You don't have to use these words. And you know, somebody might ask, you know, where did this come from? Who decided? Who was that first person that said, this is a bad word, this is offensive, especially when it's something that wasn't even originally an offensive word, when it gets twisted into something else, like bitch being a female dog. So calling somebody a bitch is, I mean, you dog, you dog, what? I don't even know. Even if it's like a guy, like, bro, you're a bitch, like, you female dog. No, it got changed. Like, I'll tell myself sometimes when I'm, you know, I don't want to do something that I know I should, and I want to quit or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, you're being a bitch right now. Like, stop being a bitch. Like just get over it. And I don't crumble under pressure because this is some sort of negative self-talk. You know, no, this is actually more of a motivation. And I could see when it comes from a third party, somebody that was just like, bro, what the fuck you just said? But again, that's more looking at it from an insult lens. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think of, man, don't be weak. Weak. You know, weak isn't a bad word. You might have negative connotations around the word, but weak itself is not a bad word. But it might get that same type of reaction from somebody that be like, don't be a bitch. Don't be weak. Don't be a pussy. What? It's just, we let these things bother us. And maybe it's because we're not being chased by tigers and wolves and lions and bears. Oh my. We have basically gotten to the point where all of the predators that you would find in the wild aren't a problem. All of the natural stresses that we may have had as a primitive species first starting out, it's kind of gone away. Yeah, you have some crazy fringe accidents that happen, and you go into the woods and get lost or some shit. You may actually end up getting eaten by a wild animal, but you stick to your lane. you stay in the city or you know what you're doing and all of that good shit, you are more than likely going to be okay. You're not going to be hunted by a pack of wolves and shit as you're walking through Central Park. You're going to be good. I think we need that balance in us. If things are too okay, we still have that inclination to look around like something's off though. I'm still waiting for the other shoe to drop. You feel me? There's something out there that is going to catch me off guard, and I can't be off guard. And if I can't find that thing, and if I'm waiting here forever, I'm going to find a thing that just doesn't make me feel good. Now this is something that I'm actually going to put my focus on too. I don't feel good. What you just said, I don't like it. Like, I would prefer for life to be a different way, where you say the words where I want you to say, and when you don't say those words, I don't like it. This is my tiger. This is my pack of wolves. This is the thing that I can either run away from or I can fight. And you got the people that saying bad words. We're gonna go over here. You're saying that profanity. And then you got the people, do you mind? Don't say that. And I guess I kind of get it if you got kids. But now that I have kids, I've really done a lot of self-reflection. It's just like, but why? Aren't we just continuing this cycle? Aren't we just perpetuating the same problem that I'm sitting here talking about right now? I think maybe it might be a little bit healthy for me to say, hey kids, these are just words. These are just different sounds that we make from the holes on our faces to express how we feel. And then the same word, this is how much words don't matter. The same word just said differently can show a different expression of emotion. Because, we made up this whole language thing, so we get to decide. But if somebody says, fuck, they might be upset. Something might have caught them off guard. You might want to look just to make sure. But it's a lot different if somebody says, oh, fuck. Fuck. Shit. Goddamn. Fuck. Something like happened, I guess. Like, that's pretty good. It's like the opposite. I don't know. That's it's like if you've ever been like mad at your dog or something like that, and they just shit in the house or something, and after that you clean it up, and then you just look at them like, I swear to God, if you shit in the house one more fucking time, I'm gonna lose my mind. And they're just like wagging their tail and they're good because words don't really matter. They're picking up on the vibes. And that's how we're designed to take in the different sounds and vibes that we put out to. We found a way to be a little bit more descriptive because of our intellect. And it's not like we're the only animals that communicate, They're finding animals with fucking accents and shit like that. That's wild. They have accents. We're not that different. It's not that deep. We're just trying to express the way that we feel. So if somebody's yelling at you and insulting you, honestly, it doesn't matter if there's a cuss word or not, if there's any bad words in there or not. And I think it's confusing because, again, when you grow up, you're just like, what's a bad word? I just said sucks, and my teacher just fucking spazzed out. Like, I just told her to suck me. Like, goddamn, I'm sorry. Shit. I was like fucking like 12 years old or some shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like what? You're telling a 12-year-old that sucks is a bad word? That's just, what do they be saying? That's just misinformation. That's just not true. So when I get a straw, what am I supposed to do with that shit? You know what I mean? Like, how is it a bad word? And it's just confusing. It's confusing. And my kids brought me in, it was like a month ago, brought me in, and Dad, come in where they're playing. He just said a bad word. Just looks down. It's like, what word did you say? The C word. Fuck. Where the fuck did he hear that? The C word, like, I can't believe it. there's no way. What's the C word? It's okay. It's okay. And again, I've been telling my kids these are just words. So it's like, this is just them going to school and like words, again, just indoctrination to the whole bad word mythology. It's okay. You're not going to get in trouble. You can say it. Just tell me what the word is. What's the C word? Crap. What? You said crap? I said, that's not a bad word. It's not? I was like, I mean, it means like poop. Or like if something bad happens, like, oh crap. Or oh shoot. Or oh shit. And then when I said oh shit, they're just like, I was like, they're just words. They're just words. And I get it. You don't want kids walking around being like, fuck you, fuck this school, you dumbass mother. You know what I mean? You don't want kids going crazy. But I think a part of the reason might be because we call them bad words. If you tell a kid, don't go in that room over there, you better not do it. I'll know if you do it, you better not do it. Why not? Don't worry about it. Just don't do it. Don't do it. How many of those kids are going to go over to that room? You know, first they're going to eye that shit. They're going to look at it. They're going to contemplate. They're going to start plotting. They're going to start thinking about what the fuck is in that room. What could it be? What's so mysterious that I can't go in there? I can go everywhere else in this bitch. Why can't I go in that room? What's in there? I'm going to find out. How many kids are going to avoid the room? Well, I guess it depends on their personality, but I would say the majority of them, they're going to at least look over. They're going to be curious. And a lot of them are probably going to at least try to go into the room. They're going to look. They're going to look. You could have said nothing, and then they never would have even thought of that room. What room? There's a room there? I don't even know. My toys are over there. The TV's right there. What room? As soon as you said, don't go in that room, I'm thinking, woo, that room? I didn't even hear the don't. I'm just a kid. Don't go in that room. That room. What is in that room? Someone, don't go in that room. Don't say these words. Don't say that bad word. Why? They're bad. And God will know. God will know. If you say these bad words. So, of course, you see, or I guess hear, kids going buck wild with fucking cussing and shit like that. It don't even be making sense. I mean, like, you goddamn son of a shithead, fucking bitch eater. I don't even know. He's just like saying random words, just smashing them together. They don't know how to cuss yet. And it's a lot. It's always a lot. Like, hey, nigga, hey, you, fuck you, nigga. And there's a lot of niggas. For some. Depends, I guess, on your ethnicity. And then I guess for others it don't. You know what I mean? Like, even if you are a white West, when you're behind closed doors or with only the white friends, or, you know what I mean, you're with somebody that you think is gonna co-sign it, you know. And it makes me think of that too, where it's like, why does it matter? And this is coming from somebody where it's like, I actually do have a reaction to white people saying nigga, and I just can't help but think, why? Is this that same programming that we were talking about? Am I being a hypocrite? Am I contradicting the same thing that I was just talking about? What is happening? Why does it matter? And, you know, you could look at all of the historical facts of where it comes from, and, you know what I mean, like why we were even called that in the first place, and how we started talking to our own kind as the same. Man, like, it just gets to a certain point where it's just like, is this the fucking reason? Is this the reason? Is this the reason? Is this the reason? And I've been called nigga with a hard R. I've been called a fucking mutt and shit like that. I've been called a mutt. I remember being called a mutt when I was younger. Talking about bad words. It's all about intentions. You could feel some type of way about the intention of somebody, but is it the word? Is it really the word? You could even think about, like, damn, they decided to use that word as a description, as the thing to use. That's the way that they see it. And again, these are just noises that we're making to better identify the way that we feel, and to hear the way that somebody defines the hatred that they feel, that might hurt to hear. You know what I mean? I remember, again, I think I was like 12. I was like 12, 13. I was in like middle school talking to a girl. And then I heard her mom asking who she was on the phone with. She said my name, and I heard her say, "I don't want you talking to that mutt." And I was like, first of all, how the fuck that bitch know what I look like? That's crazy. It's weird. Showing pictures or something? But damn, a mutt? Okay. Is that a bad word? Mutt. What kind of dog you got? Oh, I got a mutt, man. He's a little bit of everything. I don't know. So it's like, damn, compare me to like what we define like a mixed breed of dogs. Oh, okay. It didn't take a bad word. So again, it makes me at least reflect on it, at least think about it. Like, okay, you have a reaction that way. Whenever a white person says nigga, not even hard R, but if you hear them say it, period. It could even be in a friendly way, the way that that's how I hear you say it, but we can say it. Again, it's just, we could use the history lesson and use that as a reasoning. And again, this is being 100% real. Is it one of those where it's like a tribalistic thing where we could just say like, ha ha, I can, you can't, us and them? Like, is that what is it? Because you could say, okay, I don't like, obviously, if someone's being racist towards me. Okay, but if it's nigga and they say it the same way and like it's your friend, or you're listening to a song and they're just singing along, is it the same thing? Are they being racist? And yet it's still basically instilled in most people to, if nigga comes in on the song, that's when all the white people in the crowd stop singing on that part. And then they continue. For the most part, most white people won't say nigga around a black person now. It's not like people say, oh, that Negro over there. Oh, that colored person right there. You know what I mean? Like, times are different. There is still obviously fucking racism. Like, I've had my fair share of that shit. You feel me? It's not gone, but again, a part of me wonders how much of that is just telling the kid, don't go in that room. Don't say these bad words. Don't be this, don't be that. And there's always gonna be that faction of people that's like, fuck you, I'm gonna do it anyways. Fuck them all. So I don't know. I don't know why I have that reaction. I've really thought about it. The closest answer I've been able to come up with is, you know what? If a white person says nigga around me, even if it is in a friendly gesture, I think about it like, would you do this to just a random black person on the street? Well, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that. But I don't know them. You know, like that. Also, they could take it some type of way. It could actually escalate and turn into like a fight, or, you know, they could have a weapon, or, you know, they could whatever. They could start recording and start calling me racist, and I'm not even trying to be racist. But like, that's just, and it's just like, okay. I guess, again, the closest answer I've been able to find, if you filter yourself for whatever reason, it feels kind of like disrespect when you don't filter yourself around me. But then it just, again, it's like a fucking loop, because it's like, filter yourself. Don't say sucks. It's a bad word. Like, God damn it. Isn't that the same fucking monster? Isn't that the same fucking thing I was just talking about? Granted, I recognize that that word has a lot deeper meaning. But I still hold to my claim that words, they only have the meaning that they have. You know? And just like I said, you could be like, oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Like, those are two different, like, okay, I like what I see, or okay, I'm upset about what I see, or okay, I'm caught off guard, whatever. Those are two different ways to take the same word said in two different ways. So, my nigga is a lot different than nigga. You know what I mean? Like, go get him. It's one of those. One of them. So, goddamn, I don't want to be hypocritical about my beliefs, because I stand, I'm very certain when it comes to me saying words are just words. We give them the meaning that we give them, and there are really no bad words. Like the whole profanity, cuss words, whatever you want to call them. Like, it's just like, it's bullshit. All that fucking shit is bullshit coming straight out of your ass. I don't give a damn. You can go to hell. You know what I mean? Like, you bastards can suck my dick. Like, that is all bullshit. Like, I could have found a way to say that very same thing with other words, and the argument is, well, you should have had a better vocabulary. Bitch, I have a good vocabulary. And it doesn't matter how astute I want to be while I'm studying the different languages. I can't keep going. It doesn't matter. If that's the word I want to use, that's the word I want to use. Like, what's the difference between ah crap and ah shit? Or ah snap, ah shoot? What's the difference? And shout out to my dad. He was somebody that was very anti profanity. No bad words. And I always had to watch what I said around him. Not in like some bad way, but don't want to say a bad word, you know? So once I got to the age where I first started, I think I was in second grade when I first started like saying like minor bad words that I knew, bad words. Like ass and damn. And I remember the little fucking girl that I was going with at the time as a 8-year-old. I remember one time on the playground, she overheard me saying like ass, or it was something. She overheard me saying a bad word. And she like broke up with me. She like got all upset, like ran away or whatever. And I just remember thinking like, damn, I lost a good one right there. And then I swore off bad words. No more cuss words, curse words. They curse you. I'm cursed. Fuck. I was cursed. So I swore it off. In all of third grade, I didn't do anything. And I remember I moved. I was in the Netherlands in fucking Europe or wherever the fuck it is. I was in the Netherlands when I was in second grade. And then in third grade, I moved to Ohio. And I remember I first got there, first day I got on the bus, this fucking fat, pasty-looking white kid tried me up for some reason. He said some shit. He said some fucking thing to me. And my first instinct, I remember, because of the curse, was to say some bad words. I don't even remember what I wanted to say. I'll be making that shit up. But I remember instead, I just fucking didn't mean to hit the fucking mic. I'm cursed even doing this shit. But I just, I flicked him off. Put my middle finger up. That'll show him. And then I just remember he was just like, okay, I could do that too. And he just put both of his middle fingers up. I just like shrugged them off. But I remember thinking like I kind of broke my promise. Because I consider that too. Like I put up my middle finger. Your middle finger. You know, in China, it's the pinky finger. If you put your pinky finger up, that's ultimate disrespect. I don't even know if that shit's true. That's just what I heard growing up. I don't know if you heard that shit. But don't do the pinky finger in China because that's like their middle finger. And our middle finger here is a big fuck you. Or what's the one where you like, you put your fucking arm up? I think that's like an older one. I've seen, I think I saw it in that dodgeball movie. I remember being like, what does that mean? And my dad was just like, oh, well, it's kind of like the middle finger. It just means you. But yeah, man, that's where I was going. Shout out. Thanks, Dad. That's where I was going. Shout out to my dad, man. He held it down. He said no curse words. So yeah, I had to filter it out. Second grade, third grade, decided not to. Finally, like when I got to middle school, I was like, fuck it, I'm letting it go. Just started unleashing all of the curses. I was like a fucking wizard, bro. Just cursing people and shit. Fuck yeah, man. What the fuck's up, bro? Like you were fucking, I don't know, you were a preacher's daughter that finally fucking made it to college and you just went buck wild and was like, fuck yeah. Getting wasted. Yeah. Fucking wasted. That's how it was with all them goddamn curses. Them curses, man. Them cuss words, the bad ones. That's why when the teacher said sucks was a bad word, I'm thinking, what? No, it's not. The fuck is wrong with this bitch? I'll tell you some bad words. I can say sucks around my dad, that's how I know. I can say something sucks and my dad would be like, yeah, this does suck. But I can't be like, man, fuck this movie. I had to censor myself around them. And one thing that always puzzled me, and I really got to ask him this, I got to remember to ask him this, is that he would say phrases that were so close to like cuss word phrases. Like instead of son of a bitch, he'd be like, son of a biscuit. You miss his fucking exit or some shit. Son of a biscuit. Okay. Why? Why God dang it? Why did we come up with God dang it? Shoot. Why does it have to be so close to the bad word? And if you notice, people that don't like bad words, they still like to tiptoe right on it. Like, fuck. So close to the curse. Gosh dang it. What the heck? Oh, man. Son of a biscuit. I wonder why there's still a tendency for people to go right up to that line, say things that are very close to it. You know what I mean? A son of a bench. Something you might have heard as a kid. And I truly don't get it, because all we're doing is giving power. You drawing that line and tap dancing right next to it, saying, I didn't say it. I got upset, but I didn't say it. Just like, okay. Why does it matter? Why is it such a bad thing? Is it really a curse to you? Let's break it down. What does, I want to know, like, why not that word? Well, the common argument is, well, I just think there's better words that you could say. Like, out of everything that you could say, why something so vulgar? Well, then why say shoot? Shoot. Oh, you haven't heard? Shoot. Well, I don't like the way it makes me feel. Shoot feels like a bad word. It sucks. Ooh, I'm getting in the curse territory. Why so close? Shoot sounds a little bit like shit. And we don't tolerate that. Okay? Life is not a beach. That's too close to life. Life is a bitch. You saying life is a beach. I know what you're trying to fucking say. You're getting too close. How much power are we going to give noises? And it is hard, because there is the crossroads where I actually have to reflect. Like I said, when a white person says nigga, why don't you like it then? It's just a word. It's just a word. It's the same argument. So it's just like, damn, is that how they feel? They meaning the people that they have a very dramatic aversion to all cuss words and profanity. They don't listen to music with it. They don't like to hang out with people that use that type of language. They prefer not to watch any movies or shows with that language. In fact, they're upset that even the most moderate films have words like damn and hell in it. It's just like, when can we go back to the days where we didn't use this type of language? We actually had kinder words to say. We had better language to use. Those people, they. I wonder if they have that same type of reaction that I have when I hear a white person say nigga. Where it's like, I guess it comes down to a lot of the same type of argument. Like, I just don't like it. I just don't like it. It's like, because I could be like, well, that's racist. Oh, well, What if they don't say it in a racist way? Like a clearly not racist way. It's just like the white friend that decided that they thought they could take shit to the next level, and you had to like look at them like, what the fuck? It's like, bro, why'd you have to put me in this goddamn fucking situation? Now I gotta correct you or some shit? Like, fuck. Who am I to correct? Who am I to tell somebody else what they can't say because of my feelings? But that's just one that, again, has been accepted. Have I been brainwashed? Maybe, I don't know, would a brainwashed person even be asking? Maybe I'm just like, it's like, but it's not one of those things where I want to wake up and be like, yes, say it. Say nigga. Everybody. Like, I still fucking prefer you. You just don't, bro, because I'm gonna look at you crazy. I'm gonna say something like probably like slick, like I'm gonna make some remark. I'm not one of those people like we're gonna start fucking fighting. Hey, bro, the fuck you said? Like I'm gonna start throw hands and shit like that. But it's just like, I guess it's the same. It's the same way that people either run away or stand up to people that use profanity in their vicinity. How's that for fucking vocabulary? People that use cuss words around them. They either, we're just gonna go over here. Can we actually get a different table? We're kind of being distracted by the vulgar language that's being used by this table next to us. I'm so sorry. Yes, I'm bringing you to the other side of the restaurant. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Or it's like, can you keep it down? And again, it's just like, it's one of those things. What if you're not like me? What if you're just like me, where you're not the type of person where you're gonna sit here and throw hands? It's like, I guess it depends. I don't know, man. I don't know. I haven't been in that situation in a minute where it was in an intentionally disrespectful way, but that's not, I would say that isn't as common anymore. It's more just like the ones where it's just like, hey, nigga, what's it? It's like, why are you talking, bro? Shut the fuck up. Why are you talking like that? It's like, here's a fucking mirror. You're white. Shut up. Act like it. But damn, man. Damn. There's so many contradictions in the way that I feel about everything else. Where it's like one of those things where like two things that are the opposite of each other can still be true. Like I think it's called like cognitive dissonance or some shit like that. Where it's just like I know that they contradict each other, but I still believe in both of them. Like for me to say, it's like, you're white. Like stop using that word. Stop talking like that. Stop acting like this. That's basically me implying that, well, there's a way to act as a white person. Like being like there's a way to talk as a white person. It's just like, okay, let's flip it. You don't act black enough. So what is acting black? What does that mean? You know what I mean? Like I would start breaking that shit down immediately. Like what do you mean? Not black enough. What is black to you? How do you define black? Like I would start going down. And then I'm trying to think, because there isn't an opposite, like an equal and opposite word that could replace that, where it's just like, I guess I haven't been in that situation, so it's hard to put myself in that situation, admittedly. All right, let's just say it's wigger. Let's say it's wigger. I can't say wigger. I'm not allowed. Would I be more inclined to say it? Like, I can't say it. Oh really? I can't say it. Would I be one of those? would it be? And then especially again, like it's in music. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Can't, don't believe me, just watch. Whatever the fuck. Like you got wiggle in it. My wiggle. You feel me? Like you got all of these music. You got all of these musicians putting wiggle in their song, but I gotta take a pause. Like I'm really trying to put myself in the situation where it's just like you're not allowed because you're not white or because you're black. You have to talk black, man. Be black. Stop coming over here. I won't say nigga. You don't say wiggle. We cool. We good. We'll stay on our own fucking territory. Like what? Again, there's so many contradictions where it's like, and I stand by what I said. I feel how I feel. It is what it is. Like I got to come to terms with that. Like I still, like it's a natural, you know what I mean? Like it's a natural, the fuck? Like a natural, like a physical thing. Is that brainwash? Is that something where it's like, it's just been instilled in me like all my life because I've had racial encounters? Like there's all these different ways I could actually justify that. But at the end of the day, it's the same thing as somebody having some sort of negative reaction to me being like, oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Or thinking it's weird and be like, well, you done lost your damn mind. Somebody might look at me, say that to my kid and be like, and it's just like, my daughter said that the other day. My daughter said the other day where I said, man, you better tighten your ass up or you better lose that damn attitude. I said some shit like that. I think it was like, you better lose that damn attitude. I've been having to say that one a lot recently to her. Again, I know what I've been teaching, so it must be these damn schools. And she's got me like wrapped around her finger a few fucking times, like she got me, and she can't ever fucking know that because I be trying to play it off. I was like, what's wrong, baby? Like what's happening? Like you just did, like, you know what I mean? I'm sitting here justifying, like you just caught an attitude. Like what's going, you just said a bad word to me. What? I said you said a bad word. I said, lose your damn attitude. She's like, yeah. Fuck. And again, in the moment, she had me. I was done, melted, gone. Like, I'm sorry. I still try to explain how I feel about words. And I even tried to tell her, it's like, baby, like, if I wasn't trying to hurt your feelings, like, if I wanted to hurt your feelings, I could say that without quote unquote bad words. Like, I could find other words to hurt your feelings. You know what I mean? Like, again, like, I understand not liking the idea of somebody trying to insult you, regardless of what words they use to do that. The fact that you were trying to insult me, the fact that you were trying to hurt my feelings, the fact that whatever, I understand that. But you're telling me, like, you probably still would have got your feelings hurt if I was just like, man, lose your attitude. It's just a reaction. Man, lose your damn attitude. Like, it's just, I don't know. Like, it rolls better off the tongue, whatever the fucking, like, again, you could rationalize it however. Damn. Man, you done lost your damn mind. Is it that deep? But again, there would be people that would hear me say that, or hears me say that right now. It's like, you say what? I want to teach them different. Because I could sit here and say, hey, well, don't cuss at me. And I remember there was somebody I knew growing up where that was the rule that his mom had. His mom was German. And they were allowed to cuss. And they would be like, they'll say it. It would be like, right. They'd be like, oh, what the fuck? Or some shit. And I just, like, my first reaction, again, my dad did not tolerate that shit. Like, I didn't slip up because I was that scared of slipping up. Like, you don't fuck up. Like, even today now, as an adult, I will slip up sometimes. And I'll be like, yeah, and this shit was, oh, I'm sorry. And I'll just like carry on. Like I don't make it too much of a thing, but I apologize every single time as an immediate reaction. And like I feel my face get a little bit hot and I'm just like, fuck, I fucked up. Like it still feels like I fucked up with him. And that's honestly, that's just a respect thing. Like, I don't know. It's just like, man helped bring me into the world. So it's just like, I just respect that still. You feel me? But when I saw this dude growing up just say that right by his mom, I'm like, what? And he was like, yeah, I mean, I'm allowed to cuss. I just can't cuss at my mom. So I could be like, oh, what the fuck at something, but I can't be like, hey, fuck you. And I just remember thinking like, damn, like I wish I had that in my house. You know what I mean? Like it sounded so cool and it sounded so grown. And honestly, you know what I mean? It's not like they overused it and that's one thing where it's like eventually, hopefully you grow out of. Like I will admit, like I overused that shit as a child. Like I overuse cuss words, which basically every child does that does, you know, use quote unquote bad words. It's like at first, I guess because you are just learning it and whatever. I feel like I've mastered that now where it's not every other word is me just being like, oh, fuck, fuck, fuck. Maybe this one, this episode right here has probably got the record high amount of fucks and shits and shit in it. But yeah, man, I use it like I use any other word. It's more like slang. It's more just like terms or phrases and shit like that. That was the first thing that I thought of, and shit like that. And things like that. And things of that nature. And stuff like that. I don't know, there's other words to use, there's other ways to say it, but that's just the way that my mind works. And not in some vulgar way. Like, and luckily, I guess, I do think that there is a time and a place. There is a time where you want to be professional. Obviously, you don't go to a professional and be like, hey, what the fuck's up? In a professional situation, you don't want to be like, hey, man, I know you're my boss, but this shit is fucking cool. I don't know. Like, you would have a certain level of professionalism. And if you did start to, let's say, use cuss words or you start to be less professional, it's likely because they lowered the bar first. You kind of like meet the bar that they have. So that makes sense. You're getting paid, you have a job and all of that. You don't want to go to church and be like, fuck, I love this building. You know what I mean? You don't want to do that. Like, yes, give me some motherfucking Jesus. You know, you don't want to say that in church. Like you might offend some people. So I get the need for at least the ability to be able to filter yourself when you need to. To not constantly be that person that's like, yeah, and this fucking, oh shit, sorry. Oh, damn, oh, fuck. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm just trying to be fucking professional. I mean, shit. Sorry. No, you don't want to be that person. You want to be able to turn it off. You want to be able to basically control the words that are coming out of your mouth. A lot of the things that I say that, like I said, are just terms of phrases and shit like that, are things that I also can consciously filter off if I have to. But I know I'm in that situation where, hey, be a little bit more professional. Hey, you know, you're in church right now. Maybe you shouldn't be saying that. Hey, you're at the doctor's office. And, I mean, and even then, that's another story, I guess, real quick. I remember when my daughter was being born, her mom was, shit was like a movie, bro. Well, first she was like 8 centimeters dilated or some shit like that. She was very far along before we actually made it to the hospital. And by the time we got there, she was in excruciating pain. And you know what I mean? I get her wheelchair. It's like a fucking movie scene. She's like, oh, she's going into labor. They all fucking know. And she just, oh, fuck, shit. And I remember feeling a bit embarrassed. And then I remember thinking later about how embarrassed I was about how I was embarrassed, because it's just like, why does it matter? So it's just like, filtering yourself is good, but sometimes it's just like, damn, they are just words. She was going through some shit. I remember at the time, my first reaction is like, okay, like it's all right, calm down, like it's okay. You know what I mean? Trying to fucking control the situation. And I didn't do it verbally, thankfully. You know what I mean? Like, it's like that was just my gut reaction. Where I wasn't sitting here being like, hey, calm down. Don't be saying stuff like that. But to even have that reaction, the fact that my first reaction wasn't to just let her be whatever she wanted to be in that moment. She was going through a pain that I literally would never fucking know. That I would never know. I couldn't imagine that shit. Couldn't imagine. Hats off to every mother in the world. Because good Lord, we wouldn't be here without mothers. And goddamn. Shit. If I would have been born a woman, like, bruh, there ain't no way I would have had no kids. Kids? Out of my kids got me fucked up. Ain't no way I'm going through that shit. Push it out or cut me open. Those are my options. Fuck you. How about that? How about that? But the fact that I even felt even a bit of embarrassment, a bit of like, oh God, like, okay, it's okay. Like, calm down. You know what I mean? That wasn't her just in the store being like, man, fuck Walmart or fuck Target. You know what I mean? She wasn't just like going into hysterics and randomly cussing out random people. You know what I mean? She wasn't doing anything crazy. She was going into fucking labor. She was in labor. Not going yet. She was in labor. She was having a baby. And that was still my first reaction. It's like, damn. It's got a deep hold on me. It's got a deep hold on a lot of people. The power of what we've given words. Like the power we've given words, rather. Like goddamn. I mean, there's some people right now, me saying, goddamn, you said the Lord's name in vain. Well, shit, you know what? God forbid that is something that truly does get your ass into hell. Hopefully, this God would know that I didn't mean it in a way where it's just like, I don't even, goddamn, like, damn God. Wouldn't it be like, damn God? I don't know. Whatever. These are just noises. And despite me finding contradictions in my way of thinking, as far as the whole nigga thing, I still stand by that. I still stand by the fact that we allow ourselves to be offended by these things. We allow ourselves to react to these things. We decide. And only we can decide to just move on past it. And I guess that's kind of what I'm trying to do with my kids is, you know, tell them that words are just words, and that will help if you ever get called a know-it-all or you're ugly or you're stupid or whatever. Like kids just being fucking assholes and calling you names, or honestly them being siblings and being assholes to each other. So they don't even have to go see other kids. They're just talking shit to one another. Like I remember, and maybe this is a product of me doing too much, maybe. Like, I don't know. Like, does any parent really know what the right route is? I don't know. But it was like a year ago, and my daughter's 5, so she was like 4 years old. I remember my son ended up coming to me, Dad, she called me a bad name. What did she call you? Did the same thing with her. Well, go ahead and say it. It's the B word. What's the B word? Bitch. I was like, yo, no, you didn't. And a part of me would have been like, damn, she called him a bitch. Like, would you just gonna take that shit? No, but Man, I did chuckle, and then I got myself together. I just couldn't help it. It was funny. So why would you call him that? And then shit, well, he just, and that fucking started tuning that shit out. Well, we don't do that. And then this was like, but I guess that's the same rules that I would say, let's not call each other names, because that's the insult part. I'm calling you a bitch. It's like, I haven't thankfully really been in a situation where one of them has been like, ah, fuck, like something happened. Why did you, he said a bad word or she said a bad word. When they say, said, oh, fuck. Why'd you say that? I dropped something. I didn't mean to. It's like, ah, well, fuck. It's like saying like, oh, shit. I mean, it's like, oh, dang it. Oh, snap. Dag flap it. Shut up, man. They're just words. They're just words. Insults are bad, regardless, right? And then even then, it's just like, take them with a grain of salt. Like, at the end of the day, it's just like, you want to be that bitch-ass motherfucker, and see, there I go using that word again. Like, that's what I would say to myself. You really want to be that bitch-ass motherfucker that sits here and breaks down because somebody called you something? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what? And you could feel like posturing and getting angry and all that makes you look like a badass, or that's different than like being like melting and be like, oh, you called me that. I'm responding like with hostility. I'm good. Like, what's up, bruh? Over words. I don't know. Do you really want to be that bitch ass motherfucker that's getting all worked up over words? Somebody has control over your emotions. You're literally giving anybody control over you. It's just like imagine if you were cursed. No pun intended. A curse word. Get it? No. Never mind. Just gonna be done. But you're cursed. You have these words, these sets of words, not just one, but multiple. If you're really bad, it depends how badly cursed you are. Excuse me. But if you're really badly cursed, you're gonna have these phrases, these words that will turn you into this angry monster that won't stop until all the rage has been depleted from your body. You would fucking hate that curse. You'd be like, damn, what did I do? What did I do to deserve this type of life? That's what we are selectively allowing ourselves to do. Allowing ourselves to be triggered by words, by ideas, by beliefs that are different from ours, but in particular with bad words, cuss words, profanity, curse words. The real curse is that people allow themselves to be changed by that. And that can mean a whole bunch of different things. Like I said, you go to a different side of the restaurant, you have to speak up. Do you mind not saying that? Like that's putting so much power into these words that are curses. Is that why it's a curse? Is that why you say they're curse words? It's because that's the curse. Anytime you hear it, everything you stop. Oh, like God, you just can't help but focus on it. Anything that has it, you can't watch. Anything that has it in its music, you can't listen to, you can't enjoy. There's no finer things that has that. You have to be cursed for all time to be offended by those words. And you'll never subjugate yourself to any artistic piece of work, any creative piece of art that could be enjoyed if I didn't have a problem with these words and I did just look at them as another way to describe our feelings and emote the different emotions that we have. It's just something that we can do. You can say bug, dog, whatever. It's just a word, man. It's just a word. So what makes cuss words bad? We do. We make them bad. We as the collective we We, as the delusional species that thinks the words that we make up can be bad. We made them up. We made these motherfuckers up. We make them bad.